a guest teacher for Pilates Union, and I'm going to be assisted today by Marketta and Leisha. Now today I want to talk to you about what Joseph Pilates talked about or called the powerhouse. So I feel as though the powerhouse has become a totally confusing word. When people inquire to me, and I've got 3 studios running, they always talk about the word core, and I have to be honest, I use the core word myself, but the core becomes confusing because they associate the core with just the frontier, no connection to the back or the full body. So when Joe originally did his teaching work, it was a movement method, a method of incorporating the full body. So we want to look at the powerhouse today. We're going to look at one of the first exercises that Joe did, the 100, and this is my interpretation of his work and how I feel I'm respecting it and keeping it going today. So first of all, I've stood the 2 ladies up on their feet because I want to look at the body types. So there are 3 types of body. Endomorph, and they tend to be a little bit bigger and more shapelier, and I remember that because they sit at the end of the table and we think of the food going into them. Mesomorph, which is in the middle, which is more of the athletic type, and ectomorph, which is at the start, which is more skinny. So you can't change that body type, and they're all very, very interesting to have. So again, Marketta and Leisha are a mixture between the 3, but I'd say Leisha is bordering on the endomorph, and Marketta perhaps on the more athletic type on the mesomorph. So first of all, they're both standing, and I want to assess their spine because the 100 is a floor exercise. So if the curves of the spine and the 3 curves of the spine between the cervical, thoracic and lumbar should be technically 30 to 35 degrees each. If they aren't, we're either going to see strain around the neck, strain or pain in the lumbar, and not enough opening through the thoracic. So not too bad there for Leisha, but she does sit at a desk all day, so she's got a little bit of forward cross syndrome there going on in the head. Let's see. Marketta, more or less in line. Now I know because I have measured Marketta, but it's misleading because she's got powerful glutes. So the shape of her glutes makes her look like that she's got a little bit more of a lordotic spine. And again, we want to think of that body working as a full kinetic chain. So again, 100 is about scapular stabilisation, not just working the powerhouse as people think. So I want to think about this scapular rhythm. So I want you to stretch your fingers towards the floor, have your palms back towards me, and I just want you to go into that 100 pump standing. And I'm looking for the position of their shoulders. Are their dimples down? Have they got the wide collarbone? Are they winging, or are they giving that, keeping that scapular stabilisation, or are they going too rounded? So for Marketta, I'm going to ask her to turn her palms forwards, and Leisha, I'm going to peel the palms back. I feel I've done that with Marketta just to get a little bit more breadth across the collarbones because she does a lot of weight training and has a tendency a little bit to over flex towards the front. Excellent. Okay, so let's rest. So first of all now, I'm going to take Marketta on down onto the floor, and Leisha can just stand to the side and watch. Okay, so down you go, Marketta, and I'm starting with the original classical version of the 100. And it's suitable for some people, not for everybody. So again, we know her spine curves are fine, so let's see what happens when we do this exercise. So first of all, get your feet together, Marketta, lengthen your toes, and I want you to think of the body working as a full kinetic chain, right from the head, right down to the toes. Now, first of all, tuck your chin into your chest, and we know this is craniovertebral flexion and creates space at the back of the neck. Then slowly lift your head and shoulders up off the ground, float the arms up, that's it, and let the arms come up. Now let the palms face up for you, good. Now soften out. Now she's doing that beautifully, but I feel as though I can fine tune that because she does tend to hold a little bit of tension around the neck. So rest down, Marketta, and rest. And she's squeezing everything in. You'll also know a tendency in a lot of athletes is just to let a slight buckling go on the abdominals at the front, but I'm not going to correct that, and I will tell you why at the end. So lift up your head now, Marketta. So just till she's got that softening across the collarbone, I want her to use the ball just to start with. So first of all, put those palms at Marketta, squeeze the inner ankles together, lift the legs up, that's it, good. And just get that pump up and down, that's it, and squeeze in everything, good. and release to go down. Good. So she's getting that scapular stabilisation. It's not perfect, but it's all a journey, and she's her intention behind the movement, which is the most important. So I don't care if my clients aren't perfect, if my staff aren't perfect, it doesn't matter as long as they're trying and they're on that journey towards it and their intention is there, that's what matters. So stay lying down, Marquette, and now with Leisha, a little bit more towards the endomorph at the end of the table. So lie yourself down, Leisha. So I want Leisha to have a little bit more support of the lower body so she's got the strength in her full body. So we're going to use legs and straps, and the straps are going to go onto the feet. Good. Okay, that's it. Now all I want you to do is position yourself first, Leisha. Drop your legs to go down and see if you can release the arms by your side. Okay, now start to put the arms up and down, and as you're doing it, I want you to think of those shoulders connecting at the back. So she's got the support now from the leg springs. She's not overfiring the front of the body, so that tends to happen when we can feel and see people become too quad dominant, and it's tension free, and she can focus on the smooth breath. A staccato breath can be used as well. Just today, I'm using the smooth breath.